clicking the go live button. And I believe we are live. Woo! Everyone say hello to the outside audience. All right, I'm gonna hand it over to Mel.
Are we starting now?
Yeah.
Woo! Do I have this amazing backing track with me? Hello, good evening, beautiful people. My name is Mel Ree, and you're here with Australian Poetry Slam Burwood and Strathfield Youth Heat. It's a pleasure to be here with you tonight in the Zoom room, on the Facebook Live. We've got some stunning performance for you, delicious words. I can't wait for my ears to feast upon them. I would like to acknowledge the land on which I am. I'd like to acknowledge the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation on whose lands I have the pleasure and the privilege of living, existing, being, loving, creating, and hosting this event. Sovereignty was never ceded. I pay my respects to all elders, past, present, and emerging, always was, always will be Aboriginal land. I'm going to hand it over to Burwood Library to do their acknowledgement.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Welcome. We are so excited to be here tonight. And I've never done a poetry slam. I've never participated one. So I can't wait to get started. Burwood Council also acknowledges the Wongal clan of the Eora Nation, the traditional custodians of the area. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. We acknowledge and respect their cultural heritage, beliefs, and ongoing relationship with this beautiful land. I myself am proudly coming to you from Gadigal and Beadigal land. So no further ado, let's get started. Yay.
Yes, thank you so much, Helen. And thank you to the Burwood and Strathfield Council for making this possible. Stunning people doing amazing work in the community. I'm so grateful for these unsung heroes. Community work is sacred work, and I'm so grateful for everybody who gives their time and energy into caring for the community. I'm going to explain the slam rules, okay? It's a 2-minute limit in it. It's a 2-minute limit in it. What's that? What that means is you have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to wow us, to inspire us, to captivate us, to entertain us. 2 minutes, the world is yours. At 2:01, we deduct a point, and every 30 seconds thereafter, we deduct a point. But the point is the poetry. The point is the poetry. The point is not the points. So we're here for you. Also,
Can I just add one thing? When you are performing, when you hit 1 minute and 50 seconds, I will actually be raising my hand like this, so it should pop up on your Zoom, so you will know.
Perfect. Thank you, Daphne. We got a little 10-second warning there for you to wrap it up if you must. We are going to select 5 judges, 5 random judges, and these stunning judges are going to score the poets out of 10 with a decimal point. Decimal point, 8.1, 9.6, 7.3. Please don't forget the decimal. We need that delicious little decimal so that the points can be calculated in a delicious way. That's my word of the day. I just love saying delicious because it just sums everything up. It's like delicious. Okay, we've got 7 amazing poets here ready to perform. Thank you guys for being here. This is so special. So special to have young people out here spreading the truth, sharing their art. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You read to understand the world and you write to change it. So we've got some future leader here, some future change makers, movement shakers. I love it. I live for it. Delicious. Mwah. Now we're going to have a sacrificial poet who is none other than the talented, the charismatic, the organized. That is one personality trait that is worth its weight in millions. The organized Daphne to be a sacrificial poet. Take it away, Miss Daphne.
Thank you so much. Before I begin, I would like to say that I'm coming from Darrowgland, and also just wanted to confirm our judges are Emily. That's okay. No. Emily, Georgina, Raphael, and Helen. So we have 4 amazing judges today. If you have a paper and a pen, it would be great if you could write your scores down and just show it to the camera. If not, you can use the chat function or just like say it out loud. But yeah, so that's that. Are we ready? Are we prepared? If it's the first time to be a judge, you know, poetry is all subjective. Like it's fine to go with how you feel and, you know, think about the different things like the content, the way they've described things, the performance of it. One thing that we do want to avoid is called score creep, which is kind of the enemy, which is that a lot of times people in the beginning think very hardly and are very analytical about how they give scores, but then later on they get so excited that they're like, you have a 9 and you have a 9, everyone gets a 9. So you just want to make it a bit consistent, and that based on my sacrificial poem, the score you give me, try to just use that as your reference to base things on. Does that make sense? Amazing. All right. I'm going to stand up to do my poem. Okay. Okay. I let the tears out because I want to hurt him. Don't be fooled. Sometimes I do know how to control them, use them as a tool, wield them as a weapon. But I know it just makes him think I'm weak. I never grew up. A child throwing tantrums, graduated to manipulation. I learnt from the best, but I confess she was still better than me. At least I could tell how much she affected me. I trip up and guilt tripping. He says I cause him pain, which causes me pain, and I want to show him this pain so he can feel more of the same. Like clockwork, my tears and his shame. Why is my life full of cycles aside from life itself? Don't begin children if you're not prepared for them to end up as their own person. Teach them to be a good one. That itself is a job well done, and you did that. Give yourself more credit so you can stop being aggressive in your attempt to be protective. I do not reflect bad parenting. I'm not an extension of your being. Stop letting your insecurity interfere with me living. I call BS that parents want their children to be happy. They want them happy, but on their terms. Even if it means they're less than if they had followed their dreams. Not use a fear for my future as an excuse for your past behavior. I do not need a slap to act as a wake-up call. Trust me, I am always running from a clock. You cannot claim to know what is best for me when you don't even know me. My little brother thinks you can fix anything, but every time he says fix, 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 I hear break, break, break. Useless, useless, useless. This word, my new aesthetic I've been branded with. My mind speaks in your voice. Sometimes I'm scared you are my excuse. Your words wouldn't wound as much if I'd already made myself happy. But it is hard to build a house without a wolf always blowing it down. I cannot afford to build brick by brick. So watch me write these words you cannot break with a fist.
Woo!
Thank you.
Stunning, Daphne. Stunning work. And thank you for that poem, and thank you for doing my job for me.
I completely get it. It's so hard to keep track of everything.
Oh, you know, honestly, you reminded me of a lot of other things I need to say. But before I do, let's have a practice run with the judges. Judges, please think of a delicious points out of 10 and hold them up or put them in the chat so we can practice telling the points. What have we got? What have we got? Drum roll. It is an 8.2 from Emily. It is an 8.8 from Helen. 2 more points, please. 2 more points, please. Thank you so much. Who else is doing the pointing scoring? 8.4 from Rafaela. and an 8.9 from Georgina. High scores across the board, high scores across the board. High scores across the board, high scores across the board. Thank you so much, Daphne. Also, guys, if you're feeling it, if you're vibing with it, if you hear something and you're like, ooh, that's a good line, you can do this, or you can type in the chat, CCCCCC, which means click, 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 or you can put fires, whatever. Let's all interact. This is a chance for us to connect with each other and interact. Also, real quick, we can't have music or props, just you and your vocal instrument. That's enough for us. That's more than enough. That's a gift. That's a blessing. Let's get into the slam. First hat off the rank, we have Ben. Take it away, Ben.
So I have a bit of a short poem. Let's get started. Don't let what you did in the past define you. Remember what you did. Remember what you do, and what you shall do. But don't think that it's who you are. You can choose to be anyone, no matter what others think of you. But still, remember, you can learn from past experiences. Enjoy the love of family and the gift of friends. Remember.
Oh, thank you, Ben. What a beautiful, beautiful little poem and reminder.
Thank you.
I love to see young people really thinking about growing and learning. Ben, I'm a fan of you. Thank you so much for that. All right, judges, let's see what you got for me. Let's see what you got for Ben. Let's get some scores. Drum roll. Also, I forgot to mention that the winner gets $250 and gets to move on to the next level of the competition. But we're going to have a top 3 winners tonight, and the top 2 get to go through. We got a 7.4 from Emily, a 7.6 from Rafaela. We need 2 more scores, judges. Helen, Georgina, 6.4 from Helen, and from Georgina, we got an 8.3. Thank you so much, Ben. And thank you to our judges. You're doing amazing. You're doing fantastic. Next, we have the stunning Aditi. Welcome, Aditi. Oh, just sorry, my love. Unmute, please.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry about that. Just a little bit of technical difficulty. So my poem is called Silver Screen. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's that popular, they never fall? Who's the one on that silver screen? Who is that 10 at 10? This person holds that social crown, and we all know they'll never drown. They embody the word flawless. Their lovely life is lavish and lawless. They are perfect, way beyond my modality. The queen bee by legality. They've got the best of both worlds. Cover boy or cover girl with clothes from Gucci and Calvin Klein. They always smell like those dollar signs. Their color is blatant. They never have gray. They are nothing like me except my dismay. Silver screen, tell me, what do you see? A heart or a button, a figment, a fixture? They have the recipe of life, but is it a mixture? Silver screen, tell me, what do you see? Do you see all the hate or their mood when they levitate? Not happy nor sad, just confused yet mad about the silver screen and its intoxicating sheen. They are bruised. They are broken from the harsh words that are spoken both in real life and online on apps like Instagram, Snapchat, or Vine. Their beauty is distorted. Their soul is aborted their feeling and their emotions online has now become their devotion to stay, their devotion to another day, their devotion to eat and sleep. Or do they just eat social media meat? Do you know of all the secrets that they hold from within the idea of social medialism? Behind their big grin, the idea of happiness from behind a screen, or the desperate idea of them being left unseen. Do you hear about the state of their home or how they feel? So mentally alone, anxiety and depression seeps from their head. They think about their life with such dread. This revolution of social media is just as unreliable as Wikipedia, a revolution that impacts my generation, another generation under sedation, a revolution or a covert war, one that is virtual and at our front door, a war in your palm, a war on your table, a war connected by thousands of cables. Social medialism holds us back. Social medialism is a full-on attack. Social medialism chokes us to death. Social medialism until the last breath.
Aditi for Prime Minister. That's what I'm saying.
Thank
you. Stunning delivery, stunning content. You're a winner, darling. Thank you so much. 9.3 from Rafaela, 9.2 from Emily, 9.7 from Georgina, and 9.6 from Burwood Library. It's 9s across the board. A DT. Remember, you saw her here first. Okay, this is a great start to the night. Ben and a DT, you filled my heart, and now I'm ready to hear from Anha. Welcome, Anha.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'll get started. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Anha. Anna? Yeah, sure. Anha, my name, my title, my identity. My aunt's name, Arabic for rivers. Blue gushing rivers is never ending, is your questions. You look to my appearance. What's that thing on my head? Was I forced? Was it truly my choice? Why are my eyebrows such a mess? Why do I look like that? You look at my profile. Does it match that of a terrorist? My dad stopped at every not so random check. Do I get hot in this? You examine me, ridicule my religion. You question my choices. You hypothesize my feelings. Little questions, simple comments, your microaggressions that aren't so micro, that aren't so tiny. The jokes, the casual curiosities, the weird looks. I let you mispronounce my name. I let you bring down my culture, my religion, crumbles under your examining eyes until the rubble piles up into something so much more. 70% of my Muslim community experiencing this prejudice. 50 Muslims killed in an attack on a mosque. Job applicants with non-white sounding names incredibly less likely to get a job. 95% of business leaders, 100% of news directors, all white names, no unhalves. This injustice, this hatred, these deaths are something. So how are your words not? Thank you.
Are you kidding me? Anha, stunning. Are you kidding? This is amazing. You are also a future leader. Thank you for your powerful words. Please never stop writing, never stop speaking. We need you. We need leaders like you. Thank you, Anha. 9.5 from Georgina, 9.1 from Rafaela, 8.9 from Emily, and a 9.1 from Burwood. Thank you so much. Guys, this just fills my heart to hear young people speak like this. Honestly, this is healing. Thank you, beautiful. All right, moving right along. We're going to have one more. Then I'm going to do a poem. I'm going to do one poem, and then we're going to have the other three. Let's get it. Next, we have Belle. Welcome, Belle. Yes, where is Belle? Unmute yourself, my love.
Hear me? Sorry.
That's okay.
Femicide is defined as the killing of a woman or girl on account of her gender. 1. This is not a numbered list poem. It is an ode to the girls and women who are murdered for simply existing. It is a tribute to 39-year-old Julie Parkin, who was stabbed 27 times by her husband. He will be jailed for 23 years, but this is fewer than the amount of times he stabbed her, fewer years than the amount of thrusts it took to take the life out of her body, the light out of her eyes, fewer years in prison than the amount of children in the primary school class she taught. 2. This is not a numbered list poem. It is a statement that women shouldn't have to hold blood protest to protect themselves, red heels lining the streets like blood spilt. It is a tribute to every woman silenced by rape, femicide, and intimate partner violence. 76 women in El Salvador this year alone have been taken by femicide. In Australia, 1 woman dies every 9 days as a result of IPV or family violence. That means an average of 30 Australian women have died to date in 2021. It is a tribute to 59-year-old Molly Goodman, who was shot dead by her husband in 2016. 3. This is not a numbered list poem. It is a directive to never be a bystander. It is a tribute to girls like 14-year-old Kiara Paez, a girl 2 years younger than me who was killed by her boyfriend after she revealed her pregnancy. She will never grow up, never have a baby, forever 14, forever a kid, 4, 4, 4, 4. This is not a numbered list poem. It is a plea to never stop being disgusted at a world where we have a word for the senseless slaughter of a daughter on account of her gender, but not for the male equivalent. It is a tribute to girls like Anu Dara and Nisha Rao, 17-year-old Anu was killed by her husband's family in 2017 after years of dowry disputes. 1-year-old Nisha was killed by her own father because she wasn't born a boy, because she was born with 2 X chromosomes instead of only 1, because she was born into a world where she was intrinsically less valued. It is a tribute to every girl who wasn't given the right to live, and they deserve to be not a statistic but a name. 5. This is not a numberless poem. It is a call to action.
Belle, are you kidding me? Wow, so powerful. So powerful. Thank you for that offering. Thank you for that tribute. Whew, so special. Thank you, Belle. Thank you. Please keep writing. Please keep sharing. Your work, your voice is so important. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, we are so lucky. All right, we have a 9.4, we have a 9.3, we have an 8.8, we have a 9.2. My goodness, guys, you are literally just filling me with so much pride and hope for the future. The way you guys are so willing to speak on these issues and use your voice, that is revolutionary. You know, I wasn't sure what to read tonight because I wasn't sure if I needed to, you know, change my content to suit younger minds, but you guys are so conscious and so aware. I know that, you know, you're all very smart, and I love that. I'm going to read a poem that I wrote just after George Floyd's death. It definitely shook me a lot. I felt it deep. It hurt me a lot. It hurt my community. And I just wanted to write about it and write about the healing power of people coming together after tragedy. Here we go. A 6-year-old father watches, oh, sorry, let me start again. A 6-year-old girl watches her father die more times than he's wished her happy birthday. I wish I never saw him beg the hot tar for his mother. When did watching a man die become mundane, like drain water? Is it just me, or are the monsters under the bed playing president and prime minister? Lately, every time I close my eyes, I can't tell if they're actually open. Darkness spills through all the spaces. When they watch hundreds and thousands of people screaming for help on the streets, do they really think there's nothing wrong? The air feels too heavy to breathe. Black mother's grief compels sorrow to hang thick like fog. I remember when my little sister died, her twin asked my dad when she was coming home. That's how I feel about justice sometimes. Where is she gone? Is she coming back? Justice. Just this? Just this? Just us? Justice depends on the perpetual flow of victims. What is the word for the right to live? The right to breathe. Aristotle said justice is fair, with fairness involving equitable distributions and the correction of what is inequitable. I feel that. They call them courts of justice when it's just us who are volleyed back and forth, civilians trapped between gunfire. We've heard this story before, seen ravaged Black bodies before, but now we kneel together, hands stone shut, prayer-like at our foreheads. Our minds have clattered through the prickly night of uncertainty, listened for the raspy spit of death in our mothers and fathers, witnessed our grandparents tremble like autumn leaves disturbed from their stems. We are all paper turning ash in greed's flame. Suffering has held us unanimously, intimately. Will we listen for once and for all we love? Heed this planet's mighty voice. She speaks in plague and protest and death. Our only solution, change. At my little sister's funeral, I saw wounds flower into embrace, saw my mother melt into women she swore she'd never speak to again, woven intimate by pain. I know you felt it too. that humbleness that rocks us gently back to each other in the presence of death. It's here, now, asking us to surrender. If they are the 1%, we are the 99. If they are the top of the canopy, we are the entire structural ecosystem. Paths only open if you take a step forward. One foot can't walk without the other. We are stagnant without community, cooperation, humble listening. This is the resurrection, the second coming of humanity. We knew deep down it was us all along. Thank you so much. That's my poem. All right, let's move along. I'm so excited to hear who else we have left. Next is Sasha. Welcome, Sasha.
Hi. So my poem is called Hands of an Artist. Was my favorite color red? When my favorite color was dripping down my face, was my favorite color still red? Or was my favorite color brown? When the permanent marks on my skin were my favorite color, was my favorite color still brown? Or was my favorite color purple? When my body was covered in my favorite color, was my favorite color still purple? Or maybe they were his, when he wanted to see these colors less in the clothes I wore, but more in my sore complexion, because my imperfections needed constant corrections. His affection, our connection, was it real? When the softest hands I once knew were now behind the hardest hits I had to go through, was his love true? Telling people I tripped over air, and that's how I got this scar there, as blind as a mouse, abused in my own house, thinking this was true love. Because love is meant to be painful, maybe to the point where it was fatal. The colors he used to paint my body sounded so pretty, acted as if he were an artist with a blank canvas and I was merely a hobby. Rose, amber, lilac, so bright, and I had to fall in love with this color, black. When he lifted his fist and I saw the one color that sheltered me, changing so fast I could never be the color he adored the most. I was so close, but was it impossible for me to be his favorite color?
Woo! Thank you, Sasha. So powerful. And I hope, darling, you become your own favorite color, okay? You are a queen. You're powerful. You're smart. You don't need no validation from no boy, but that experience made an amazing poem. So thank you so much. Stunning work. Judges, what have we got to say about Sasha's beautiful poem? 9.4. It's going to be hard to pick a winner. 9.2, 9.1, and a 9.0. Helen, I love you. I respect you, but a 0.0 is not a decimal point.
I told you I failed maths.
Should we make it a 9.1?
I'll change it.
9.1. Yes, Helen. Oh my gosh, this night is going too quickly. We're down to our last two poets, guys. I want more. All right, drum roll. We have Annabelle. Come through, Annabelle.
Hi. My poem is called School to Thee. Thank you. School to me or school to thee? In the eyes of mine is like a big machine where either you get a good grade or wait till you get paid. It's hard to seek hope when you challenge our minds to compete, only for the days to repeat parabolas and nonlinear equations. Do you know this? Sorry. Wait, can I start again? All right. School to me or school to thee? In the eyes of mine, it's like a big machine where either you get a good grade or wait to get paid. It's hard to seek hope when you challenge our minds to compete, only for the days to repeat parabolas and nonlinear equations. Was it worth all the frustration? I was fine, for your information, only for your sayings insubordination won't be tolerated. School to me or school to thee? In the eyes of my peers is like a big, I keep stuff. Do you mind if I just do it one more time? Redo the whole thing?
You got it, girl. Just got it. You got it. Keep going. You got it.
Okay. All right. School to me or school to thee? In the eyes of mine is like a big mission. Is like all right. School to me or school to thee? In the eyes of mine is like a big machine where either you get a good grade or wait to get paid. It's hard to see hope when you challenge our minds to compete, only for the days to repeat parabolas and nonlinear equations. Was it worth all the frustration? I was fine, for your information, only for your sake's insubordination won't be tolerated. School to me or school to thee? In the eyes of children is like a big dream where we enter the world with such creativity, turning 13 years with a hat and a certificate, and our mind's not getting it. What is life now without parabolas and nonlinear equations? Was it worth all the frustration? Getting up was a big revelation. Studying harder causes isolation. Now my dad's old. May he rest. If only I had time, not for that test late at night, studying to the tip of our tongues, but then I can't remember. Like Christopher Columbus said, education is wasted on the young. See, now school to me or school to thee? In the eyes of my peers is like a big tree where climbing to the top class will give you wealth, but never will we be taught, how is your mental health? Because it's all about learning, till eventually you receive an earning. But the pain, the stress, the worry it's causing won't stop our eyes from tearing nor bawling. That's when I get the sense of not knowing where I belong. And then my friends and I, we start to not get along because we're competing to not get that math question wrong. And see, in the end, school really is a machine. It takes in creative children, then turns them into adults. And then along the way, they'll give you a pen. Just if you want to succeed, get a 10 out of 10. But if you're feeling a 3, don't worry, school agrees. But come on, study harder. You'll get a degree. But the less I study makes the days go wrong. And then it makes me question where I belong, because if not at the desk, what career will I have? And this work is too much and I have to self-reflect and focus on myself. I don't have time to self-reflect. These worries are crawling. I'm falling at a track. I guess you can call this a panic attack. See, in the end, school will give you wealth, but never will it teach you how is your mental health. Thank you.
Woo! Stunning, Annabella. That is such an important message. Mental health is everything, and I'm so proud of you that
I'm so sorry. I got a panic attack at this time.
Yeah, you dare apologize. You kept going. You picked it up and you kept going, and that's what it's about. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much.
And the fire in the performance. I am here for it. Give me that fire. Thank you so much. You did amazing. Okay. You did amazing. Well done, darling. That was dope. We're down to our last performer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we've gone from Annabelle to Annabella. Welcome. Oh, sorry, Annabella. Now to Annabelle.
Thanks, Mel. This poem's called Key Lime Pie.
Sorry, can you guys wait, because I haven't gotten the scores for...
I'm doing my job properly. I'm so sorry, everyone. We got a 9.4. We got an 8.1. We got a 9.1, and we just need one more score.
No, there was a 9.5 in the beginning.
Great, perfect. You know, I just get so caught up in the performances. One day I'll do my job right, Daphne, I promise. One of these fine days. That's why you're here, girl. Okay, Annabelle, that was a delicious start. Let's take it.
There are pie crumbs in my bed sheets, and whenever I try to pick them up and dust them off, they get stuck between my teeth. Rolling, sandwiched by my fingertips, scratching the silk, kind of like the slow, painful death of a mite, strung against glass and shuttered plastic, a pinned up petrified martyr on the cross. I fear the damage to my linen may be irreparable. My pillowcase is stained with lime juice, and whenever I try to scrub it out and rinse it off, it stings the cold sores under my tongue. Crackles and pops all over my hangnails. Do you remember how we crammed sherbet into our nostrils and let it run out our eyes? Foaming and fizzing and screwed up limoncello sour just to see who'd twitch first. Hey Google, how to get whipped cream out of a headboard. It's not what you think. It's just whenever I try to wipe it down and scrape it off, I choke. How soft butter is before it knows how to be. Sweetness dressing up rich, frosting roses in strawberry spoiled milk like they've been piped down my back. How pretty blood can be in ribbons. Hey mum, a little help here. Some sickly neon peel is dyeing my reading lamp green. It's molding and festering in the wooden legs of my bedside, and I'm not sure if I can tug it from the undergrowth. It might be more painful to rip out. Should I scrape it, all smooth and dimpled down the side of a microplane, arrange the sour offcuts into zesty little curls fit to make you salivate? I can't help but think that when the baker deals tomorrow morning's hand, for all his sugar, he will not know how to pick up the pieces. Just as a cat convinces herself she will pummel a duvet into confectionery, he will not think to look under the bed. If he bends down to pick up a dropped slice and we make awkward eye contact, I'll whisper, "Sorry for stealing all your pie, mister. I wish I never even took a bite."
That was delicious. The lyricism, the poetry. Mwah. Annabelle, thank you, beautiful. What a treat. That was stunning. We have a 9.6. Rightly so. What else have we got? We've got an amazing. What a way to end. 9.1 and a 9.4. We just need one more score and a 9.2. 9s across the board. Wow, wow, wow. I think you guys will agree that was a delicious treat. Now, for the next part of the evening, we're going to ask you to help Word Travels stay in business. No, but we'd love you to fill out a survey by Mentimeter right now, please. Is that right, Daphne? Am I doing my job right? Do you have a link? This is what the run sheet says.
I'll just put the link in right now.
Yes. Please put the link in. So it's just a cute little survey. We need this so that we can tell other people with money that everything's going great and they can give us more money and we can continue to gather and expose the talented youth of this generation and create more amazing spaces like this. So please fill out this little survey while I perform 2 poems and Daphne collates the scores. And we're going to announce the top 3 winners, and then we're going to announce the top 2 going through, and we're going to announce the overall winner who gets 250 big bucks as a prize. Everything's opening soon, so you're going to have a great time spending that. I'm excited for you. You guys have inspired me. I love all of the themes tonight, so much about identity, you know, so much about learning. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I was born in Papua New Guinea. My mom was the daughter of a warrior chief. So yes, that makes me a princess. You may call me your highness. No, I'm just kidding. But I do identify as a queen because all women should, you know, such is the times. We are powerful women out here changing the world. So I'm going to share a poem that I wrote about my mom. Now, in Papua New Guinea culture, Black magic is huge, right? And it has been since many a millennia. And since my mom was the oldest in her family, her father passed down the spells to her. You know, it's always passed down to the oldest in the family. And I just have this memory of coming in primary school, and I'd see my mom's outline in the dark, you know, casting some good spells on our family, asking the ancestors to protect us and keep us safe. However, it was really difficult because she was from another world and I was brought up in Australia. So I'm sure you guys can understand it's like from being 2 different worlds, you know. So she was finding out about this world while I was, and growing up, it was hard. It was hard because we didn't understand each other for a lot of the times. But anyway, this isn't an expose about my life. Let me do some poetry. I hear my mother's body cry, "Welcome!" in the night, greeting spirits passing by. They deliver messages to her breath. She inhales ancient knowledge kept in the rumbling resonance of her chest. A sovereign state of melanated mouths simmers in her sternum. It has been her life's work to learn how to keep their spells secure in dense foliage of her mind's forests, how to drape each chorus carefully across the sky, so the syllables fall as soft as the first morning kiss upon unsuspecting eye, how to seduce the stem of cassava leaves, so they arrive just in time, like the first hint of a summer breeze, how to tickle banana tree at the root, keep their palms so joyful they offer only the ripest fruit. She keeps her village on her tongue with Ibika, tapioca, cassava, keeps her people potent in her prose. Kanaka, mamina. All this she says in a language I'm afraid I don't know. Is that why we can't connect? Because my heart speaks dialect, voyages to the bay of her ears, shipwrecked. Arigato, thank you so much. Can I do one more, or are you ready, Daphne? Yeah, one more. Okay. You know, I'm working on writing some happy poems. I am. I'm working on it. I promise. I'm working on writing some good vibration poems, and it's coming. It's coming. But right now, it hasn't arrived. You know, I had a lot of things happen in my life, and poetry is a healing space when you get it out of your body onto the page. So I had to write it. I had to write my healing. And, you know, also when you say difficult things, it gives other people permission to feel it and to heal from it. So trigger warning, this poem is about depression. My beautiful, beautiful older brother, who's also an artist and feels and thinks very deeply, suffered with depression for many years of his life. And he's doing well now, but it was really hard for me as his sister to see him go through that. So I wrote this poem called Looking for My Brother. Has anyone seen my brother? I checked in his eyes, but only found shallow potholes of murky water, kind of water mothers warn their children. Don't go near it, you'll get sick. Stagnant water, incapable of supporting life. I had spied signs of presence in the rise, fall of his chest. His shoulders tell me there's nothing left. Please, nobody give him a match. If he takes any more heat, his candle wax smile might drip off. Brother, who is wearing your face today? It seems they have forgotten your name. When I call, they don't respond. I hear words out the mouth, but the sound so meek, their meaning evaporates. Brother, your hands, they huddle hidden in your pockets, starving wolves escaping harsh winter storms. They too have forgotten their strength. Please, somebody, tell me what to do. I pull him close, he bites. I feed him, he cries poison, and the noise is overwhelming. A bleak world surrounded by bats screeching. That's all he's hearing. I can't get through, please. Tell me what to do. People say, relax. Tell him sleep. It's only tension. Doctors yawn. Fill a script. It's just depression. I love you savagely. You'll never walk alone. Brother, please let me love you home. Thank you. Thank you so much, beautiful people. I appreciate you. Thank you for being in this space with us. It's a blessing. When we gather, we speak healing into each other. Daphne, are you ready with the squaws?
I am ready. And before I announce them, I just want to give you guys a little info about me and Word Travels. So, yeah, I'm Daphne. I'm the programming coordinator for Word Travels, which is the organization that helps bring the Australian Poetry Slam competition heats and workshops. Our founder, Miles Merrill, is basically responsible for bringing slam poetry down here from Chicago, so you can thank him. It's so great that you guys have participated, but also the fact that some of you have already been to the workshops. I myself have competed in these before. I've gone to the workshops before, so can tell you firsthand, Word Travels, the poetry world has a lot to offer you, and you've had a lot to offer us, so thank you so much for your words. And yeah, okay, here's the big reveal. In third place, we have Sasha! Woo!
Third place goes to Sasha.
Okay, now in second place and going through to the New South Wales final in November is Annabelle! Woo!
Oh, yes.
And in first place and getting a $250 prize is Aditi! Woo!
Congratulations. Congratulations. Oh my gosh, such deserved placings. But honestly, all of you were incredible. Honestly, all of you were amazing. Please keep writing. Please keep coming back. Please come to the real events. We need you. We need your voices. I would like to thank everybody in this room. What a special evening. It was very special. Thank you to the audience who are watching on the live stream. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you to the judges. Thank you for being, letting us coerce you into doing it. You did fantastic. I'm proud of all of you. Thank you to our stunning poets. Thank you. Thank you, Ben, for being the representative for the whole of the male sector. We love you, Ben. Thank you to the beautiful, beautiful ladies. Thank you. I can't even tell you how proud I am of all of you tonight, poets. You don't understand how happy it makes me, how hopeful it makes me. The future is bright with you guys in it. Honestly, change the world with your words. Thank you to Word Travels. Thank you to Miles Merrill. Thank you to Daphne. I'm obsessed with Daphne. Thank you to the Burwood and Strathfield councils for making this possible. You guys, honestly, the work you do, I can't thank you enough. It's such sacred, beautiful, powerful work. Thank you so much. Thank you to the New South Wales government through Create New South Wales, Copyright Agency, and Australian government through the Rise Fund. Word Travel staff get details. That's not a thank you. That's what
Yeah, so basically, if the top two winners could stay back while everyone else leaves, so we can get your email, so we can send you details about the next round, and also have this cute group screenshot, that would be great. Before everyone else leaves, if we could actually get a screenshot right now with everyone, that would be gorgeous. So
Yes.
I'm gonna count to 3. Everyone get ready with a big smile. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Please turn yourself off mute and say bye. I want to listen to your voices one more time.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. You're all
Bye.
brilliant and
Thank you
change
so
the
much.
world. You're amazing, all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Bye.
If you could please
Thank
get
you.
the survey link before you
Bella.
leave, that would be amazing.
Anha, thank you, Anha. I love her.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Here we go with our special little winners photo now.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, Daphne, do we need to get their details?
Yes, if you could please put your email in the chat, that would be amazing.
Congratulations. Thank you. I'm so excited to see what else you ladies are bringing. Tonight was amazing.
Oh, I need to stop the live stream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Annabella, is that a full email?